Hi guys, my name is Michael. I'm going to show you how I built a 24-foot bridge to span a small creek on my property. Our property is 5 acres, and on the back side there is a creek that runs through it, cutting off about an acre on the other side. This bridge is based on a design that I found online. If you purchased this bridge online with the plans and all the lumber shipped to you pre-cut and the trusses pre-built, it would set you back about $3,500 for a 24-foot bridge. If you decide to build this on your own like I did, I basically copied the design that they had online and I'm building my own trusses. And it cost me around $600. That's with the 10% military discount I got at Home Depot. That's for all pressure treated 2x8 lumber. And according to the website that sells this bridge pre-assembled, it could hold about 2,500 pounds. Here's my stack of lumber. I need some 12 footers, some 10 footers, and some 8 footers. And they're all 2x8, except some posts and railings that are 2x4x8 feet. Here's a truss that I've already built. I did this before I created the video, so I have a comfortable understanding on how to do this. I've never built a truss in my life. I have plates on the joints, tie plates with about 20 nails in each one. And then, according to the plans, they have this tie that also goes across each joint on each side and one in the middle. I'm going to show you how to build this truss. There are the tie plates, you'll need those. For the tie plates, these 1.5 inch Simpson strong tie nails. This is a saw I'm using. I'm using just a basic circular saw. You can actually probably get away with just a circular saw. There's only a couple angled cuts on here, and if your circular saw can do an angled cut, you'll be fine. I'm also using a nail gun for just the trusses. I'm going to be using screws for everything else. I created the animation and the plans so I know exactly how much lumber I need, and I don't think I bought a single board more than I needed, so I gotta be real careful with my cuts. I went to that animation again and I created just a diagram of all the measurements of each board and what 2x8 boards those measurements are gonna come from. I'm gonna share all this stuff. I'll have it in the description. I can't tell you how stress-free and relieved I feel when I'm building this, because I just pull the lumber based on what I have written down and then I put it together. I'm gonna need 3 8-footers for the top of the truss. For the bottom of the truss, I'm gonna need 2 12-footers. Before I do my angled cuts, my 10-degree cuts, I like to determine which side would be my face, the one outside the bridge, so when you're walking up to it, it's the prettiest side. I also like to mark exactly what angle my cut's gonna be at, so when I get to the saw, I don't mess anything up. So just a basic line like that. I'll have the exact 10 degrees at the saw. Now I'm ready to bring that to the saw. Okay, so here's my angle cut. You want to make sure the top is flush because this is where your planks are going to sit. I don't know how truss builders do it, but the way I got a really tight seam before I put on the plate, keeping it flush at the top, I drove a temporary screw right through the face into the other board, which pulled it together very tightly. Nice and flush. I'm no structural engineer, so I have no idea how many nails is the right amount, but I'm definitely not filling all these holes. I put 20 on one, I think I put 14 on another. I think I'm gonna stick with 14. And I do the corners, of course, first. Once you have 4 corners in, I would take out the temporary screws so that these are flush on the top. It does hold them tight together, but it does lift one of the boards. So take that out, get them flushed, and then finish your other nails. Use the construction screw, not a decking screw, because I didn't pre-drill. The decking screw might crack the wood. It looks like 18 nails. Correct me if I'm wrong, structural engineers out there, but that seems sufficient to me. Plus there's gonna be, like I said, another 2x8 tying these 2 boards together like I have over there. I mean, that's gotta be enough, right? It has to be enough. 2 feet off of this board. I'm gonna use my circular saw to make that cut. So one thing I'm not happy about is this small little gap. I should have put this in first and then made sure it was flush with this, because this shows. So what I'm gonna do is make this my middle truss. This one I have really flush on the bottom there. As you can see down there, nice and straight. And this is gonna be the part you can see. And on the next truss, I'm not gonna make any mistakes. My last truss. So the last thing to do is to grab that third 12-footer you pulled out, cut that in half. It's gonna go from there to there, and there to there. I'm gonna do the other truss alone, and then once all 3 are built, I have to go figure out where I'm gonna place my footers in the ground at the creek. Okay, I'm completely done with this truss. And because it's the middle truss, I don't need any posts on it or anything, so it's completely finished. I'm gonna try to drag this outside myself. You can get an idea of how heavy this sucker is. Okay, I got it moved about halfway. I want to put it right up against this side, and we're carrying it way out there into those woods. About halfway in, there's a creek that runs that way. You'll see it. You'll see. Okay, so for this third truss, I did all my cuts first, which I recommend. This guy I kept at 2 feet, and I'm gonna do the measurements first, the gaps on either side, and then I'm gonna trim it so I get nice and flush. Okay, I finished the third and final truss. Okay, so once you have 4 posts cut to 45 inches, you're gonna have 4 on each side. On 2 of the posts, we're gonna be right at the joint where we get a 10-degree cut in the straight at the very top. So on one of them, we need half the top of the board right here cut at a 10-degree angle that way, so that when our posts sit like this, we get rails that are like this, and then we get a rail up here on this side. The other 2 are a straight 10% cut. Oh, my back. There we go. Yep, use your back. That's how we do it. Oh, wow. Okay, coral bike is in the way all of a sudden. I love my kids. I really do. I really love my kids. Okay, there we go. So the posts are going to sit like that. If you scoot all the way down, this angle should match this one. See? There we go. Perfect. Okay, so I have all 8 of my posts cut. The next step is to place these lag bolts with galvanized washers, 1 into each of them, and then I'm probably gonna surround the lag bolts with like 4 decking screws as well. Oh, look at that sunset out there. Okay, so for the end posts, these aren't gonna be flush with the truss because we're gonna have end caps tying all the trusses together. So you wanna hang this off about 1.5 inches to make room for the cap, so the cap is covered. Probably shouldn't have gone that far into the wood, but it's good. I've been building the bridge for a couple of days now. Today's day 3. I have all 3 trusses done. And today I'd like to get to the site of the bridge and place and dig the footers. Also, not on film, I finished cutting all of the planks for the bridge. I'm gonna mention one mistake I made on these posts. On the end posts, they should be flat, like that. I actually had to cut it flat because I had it angled like this, so it was just sitting on this point. But you need a flat end. I don't know why I angled it. I actually had to cut into this as well. I had to do that on both sides and on both trusses because I had them all angled. The last thing I need to do is for the middle truss, just to trim off a slight bit of corner here so it matches. That is the only scrap I have. That scrap came from all of the planks. And then these are the handrails and the guardrails and the handrails. And I'm going to cut those now. So the way I'm doing the handrails and the guardrails are by bringing the, oh, wow, blinding. So what I'm doing is selecting the face that I want for the top. This is the handrail, and then the guardrail kind of sits under here. I already measured all these out on the first truss. So those are all cut. This is an example of what I've been doing. I bring the board outside, I set it right on top, and I mark my cuts. This is a miter cut, same 10-degree cut, to get it flush with the post. And we come to this end, and then where we made that 10-degree cut on the post, I'm matching it with the handrail. So when I get the straight one, which I already measured, it goes from here to here, and hopefully it just matches perfectly to this.